Hey guys, welcome back to another day with Dan. So, in a few months, in about May, I'm going to be going to a Comic Con with my friends. And we've all said we're going to cosplay different characters, and I haven't picked my character yet. So today's video is going to be the first episode of me trying to figure out what character I'm going to be. This will probably span quite a few days, because what I'm going to do today is just design some little character portraits that I can use. And try to figure out which one suits me best, and which ones will not suit me so much, if that makes sense. Because my friends and I have thought of quite a few characters that I could have been, and my other friends, they're all going with the anime style. They're all going with that sort of genre. They're all going as like Dragon Ball and such, whereas I'm personally more of a comic fan myself. I said I'd try out different anime characters, and so two of the ones I'm picking might be. However, more or less are going to be comic book characters. But nonetheless, I thought I would try them all out and design them all onto my face, because I've designed a lovely printout with a load of portraits on my face, and trying to print that off in the university room was interesting. I got some odd looks when I kept copying and pasting my face over an A4 sheet all the time. But at the end of the day, it's a bit of a laugh. So I just carried on, and I've got the sheet now. But what I'm going to be doing is I've made them all black and white, purely because then I can focus more on the colours and such, rather than how it would look on my face at first. Because all I want to do is see how the different colours will react with my sort of body shape, and how I can design, what kind of costumes will look good for me and what kind of costumes won't. Because I have some ideas so far, but I'm not sure how many of them will actually suit my body type. So I've broken them up into a portrait of my face, and then a portrait of it's not a portrait after that, is it? A photo of my body. I haven't done my legs because I couldn't physically get a photo of my legs without looking really odd, and the photo would come out really badly. But so far, all we're going to look at is the body and the torso. That's part of my body. The body and the face, and that's going to be mainly what we're focusing on today. Alright, so the first character, and enjoy the lovely mugshots by the way. Sorry they didn't come out too well. The printer is alright, but unfortunately it's not made to print out the best, so it looks a bit like a war photo, I'm not going to lie to you. But here's the first photo. It's the first character I was thinking of is Nightwing, because when I was in my running gear, I saw I had I'd like to say familiar build, but I know realistically it's more that I was just slender, and the black figure actually sort of looked similar. But on the plus side, I looked sort of like Nightwing, and I could see if I dressed up as for Comic Con, I could see it. Well, I could see it paying off. So all I'm going to do here is quickly go over the lines I have already drawn, because I have faintly drawn the mask on, as you can see, and I have drawn on the arrow, or the hawk arrow thing he has here, but unfortunately it doesn't show up on camera. So I'm just going to go over it in pen and just see how it comes out quick. There we are. There's the mask done at least. And by the way guys, this isn't going to be a top quality drawing video, I'm going to be honest with you. It's just a quick sketch just to see how it comes out. I want to see how it all looks on paper, if that makes sense. What I'm probably going to do from here on in is speed lapse the drawing part, and then after I'm done that I'll talk about each of the characters. Alright, so whilst I drew Nightwing, I thought I'd go on to the next one as well, which one of my friends recommended is Spider-Man, and I'm afraid when it comes to darker colours I realised the pen doesn't always show up so well. So for the most part, if they have a mask and they covers the hair, I'm afraid it won't come out so well, as you can see over here. Like, it darkens way too much, and I thought it was going to be a nice effect at first, but no, it doesn't. No, that didn't work. But on the plus side, you can sort of see how it comes out. Personally, I'd say the Nightwing looks alright. I like how the mask would look on me, if it came out alright, of course. With Spider-Man, the only thing I don't like about it, and the idea of it, is the fact that I'd have to cover my face for the whole time, and I'd have to wear a onesie for it. And my build would be alright, but the problem is it would be very hot, and it would be very uncomfortable very fast. Whereas with Nightwing, I can try and make that in a different way. Like, my idea was I wear like a sort of combat jacket and like combat shorts and stuff like that, and try and like spray paint on the logo rather than just make it out of like sportswear and such. But that was my idea for Nightwing. For Spider-Man, it would have to be either I get a costume offline, which would look sort of cheap depending on the like price caliber I go to, or I try and make the costume and I try to make it like a I think it's a Scarlet Spider. I think that's what I try and go for. Something a bit more easier to make and a bit easier to pull off through the whole of the convention, because we're planning on going for a weekend, so I'd have to wear it the same thing for the whole weekend, or alternate it at least. Personally, so far, my favourite is Nightwing. However, I'm going to see how the others come out. Right, I've had to resort to colouring pencils because I realised... Sorry if my voice is a bit hoarse, by the way. I was up late last night talking and my voice is dying. Yeah, so the next character, I realised I had to resort to colouring pencils because they actually show up better on the black than my pens do, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But the next character I suggested was Superman, and I thought it was a decent idea. I've been resembled to Clark Kent, not Superman mind you, just Clark Kent before, once when I wore glasses, and everyone always said I used to have the Superman curl, and so I tried to recreate it a bit here, but it didn't really come out okay. But my hair naturally curls in a way that's similar to Clark Kent, and so people always said, oh, you're Clark Kent, or oh, you're dressed as Clark Kent. And I never was, truth be told, but I always used to run with it because, you know, I'm not going to go against the fact that people are saying I'm Clark Kent. And to be honest, I quite like the new Rebirth Superman that they brought out. He's an interesting character whilst also being the Superman that everyone knows and loves. He's not too overpowered, but he's not too underpowered. I realised after recording this you can barely see what I'm drawing. Sorry about that, but I didn't have any other footage to use, so I'm afraid this is going to have to stick. So you can't really see it represented on that one, but what I have often been likened to Clark Kent. However, the only issue is that I can see many people going to Clark Kent because of or as Superman in general, just because of how popular a character is, and I don't really want to go as a character that everyone else will be going as, partly because I like to be unique, but partly because I don't want to be just another Superman, if that makes sense. I want my cosplay to stand out if I can. Because I have 2 months to make it, I'm going to try and make it as good as I can. So I don't want it to just be spoiled by another character that looks like me. But all in all, I could see myself going as Clark Kent. I think it's a tie so far. It's a tie between this one and Nightwing. However, I'm going to see what the other ones come out like, and then I'm going to see how it goes from there. Right. I apologise so much for my voice. This is not the best voice to have for this video, especially since most of it's a voiceover, so, oh well. Hopefully it'll be better by next week and actually I can get a better video to you guys, but I thought, it's been a week since I've done a video, I thought I should get this one out. Alright, so the next character is a personal favourite of mine, and I would love to go as him, it's just, it would be hard to pull off. I'm not sure how many people would also recognise me. To be honest, quite a few should, just by the fact that he's quite a popular character on his own. But I don't know. It would be a time will tell thing, I think. But the next character is Zuko from The Last Airbender. And if you don't know who he is, or you haven't seen The Last Airbender, I would highly recommend it. It is one of my favourite shows of all time. Go watch it if you haven't already. And if you have, you are amazing. The main characteristic behind Zuko is that he's got this whole scar on the side of his face. And apart from that, I think I've got a similar style to Zuko. If I grew my hair out, he's got a similar rough hairstyle to me. And his face shape is quite similar to me as long as the skin tone. So I could pull it off, I think. It would just be a matter of being able to pull off the scar as well. Right, so now that I've done all that, I'm sorry the colour didn't come out as well as I thought it would. I blame the printing for that, and partly my fault for not thinking about that beforehand. But I wanted to get this video done, and regardless of my voice and regardless of the printing, I'm going to get it done and get it out. But, so yeah, let's talk about this quick. So my main character, my main favourite so far, I think would be Nightwing. Purely because I think his drawing came out the best, or his colour over, I guess, came out the best. Because Spider-Man's came out interesting, but I always liked the idea of Spider-Man, but I'd never liked the idea of wearing a full mask over. Partly because no one can ever see my face, which is probably a blessing to some, but partly because, I don't know, I didn't like the idea of wearing a mask constantly. I feel like it would be hot, and I feel like it would be just stuffy. So yeah. Whereas Nightwing, he wears a mask, yes, but you can also take it off, and also you get to see the rest of the face. Like, you'd see all of my mouth, my nose, my forehead, well, majority. And I feel like the mask actually suits me, and I look sort of like Nightwing in this bit here. Moving down, I'll be honest, Superman, you can't really see it, to be honest, because the colour didn't come out too well. The only issue I have with Superman is he's meant to be beefy, he's meant to be big, he's not meant to be lean like Spider-Man or Nightwing. And that's the only issue I can see there, is if I do dress as Superman, partly I'll be 1 in a million, but partly as I'll also be, I think I'll be a bit too slender. I'd suit Superboy more, but his costume is quite generic and it generally involves just a Superman top. So I think I'm going to try and stick to the other characters, but if it comes to it, I think I might go Superman. And the final character, Zuko, I would love to go as him. I would absolutely love it. I'm tempted to try it. I'd need someone to do my makeup for me, because obviously I can't do makeup and I don't have makeup. But I would love to go as Zuko, just for the fun of it, and just out of loyalty to the show. But realistically, I see myself most likely going for Nightwing. But we'll see in the future videos, because this is going to be the first of many. We'll see in the future videos how this goes and how this develops. Right. Why? Right. I am so sorry about the voice for this whole video. I would have just stopped and started another day, but to be honest, my schedule's pretty busy, and so if I can pump out a video like now, I need to try and do it. So I apologise for the voice. I don't really have much of a choice when it comes to this. I am trying my best to keep it as clear as possible, so it doesn't sound like I'm just gargling nails and marbles all the time. I'm going to put a warning in the video title, because this is awful. But yeah, I'm going to try and edit it and try and make it a bit more coherent. I am so sorry if it isn't, but yeah. So to end things off, guys, in the future videos, I'm going to be trying to design the different costumes, because I think what my next video will be, now that I've seen how they all look roughly, I'm going to actually get a better photo of myself, or even get the measurements of myself, and just design different variants of the costume that I could try. So like the I saying about the militaristic Nightwing with the bodysuit and such. I think I'm going to try and design that, but also design different variations of his suit. With Spider-Man, I might try the Scarlet Spider, I might try the Iron Spider, I might see if there's any other variations I can like add my own twist in, like maybe a steampunk Spider-Man, that might work, where I can just keep the mask on and just keep the goggles maybe and get rid of the mask. But I don't know, I might take inspiration from other characters' suits with Spider-Man, because I quite like Spider-Man's design. With Superman, I'm either going to use his generic costume, but it probably won't suit me, or I'm going to do a similar thing to Spider-Man and alter it within my own view. So I'm going to I don't know, just work with it. I'm going to design several different outfits and just see how they all look. If any of them really appeal to me, I'll make them. With Zuko, I can't really make an alternate outfit, but I'm going to design an outfit anyway and just see how it goes. But I think most likely at this point it'll be Nightwing. But we'll see in the next video, I guess. Thank you guys all for coming. I am so sorry about my voice and everything. I'm going to try and sleep this off. I will see you guys next video. If you like this video, please let me know. If you have any suggestions about how I can run anything or anything, please let me down below. If you like if you see any of the portraits you quite liked and you think I should do, let me know. Please don't hate me for the voice. I'm trying my best. But yeah, guys, I will catch you next time. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and have a nice day.